everybody, it's Heather from Cottontail Crafts. It's Saturday, July 6th. It's about 7:30 at night. So I got everything crocheted that I'm going to get done this week, and I thought I better get this video uploaded and scheduled for tomorrow. It's my niece's birthday, so I will be taking over her Hello Kitty that I made last week and the other little things that I bought for her. So yeah, I gotta get this video taken and uploaded. So the first thing I did was I just pumped out a few more octopus and jellyfish keychains. Just a few. So I think I'm good for keychains now. I'll probably sell a few before I restock. And then out of that new yarn that I got a couple weeks ago, I just pumped out a little octopus. So that'll probably just go in my $5 bin. And then I have to make some clams because I got a heads up that the lady that bought a bunch of clams from me last year, she's coming to Nova Scotia at the end of July, and she wants some more clams. So usually when I make clams, I make them out of acrylic, and I usually do them in like these colors here. But I had a ball of Walmart acrylic yarn, and it was like neon variegated that switches colors. The same yarn that I made my Yip Yips out of like quite a while ago. So I made 5 clams out of the neon ball, and I had a hard time choosing what color I wanted the little round clams to be because the shells are such a bright color. I did gray, I didn't like it. I did beige, and I didn't like it. I was chatting with Robin on Instagram, and she's like, why don't you make them like white sparkle? So that's what I did. So thank you to Robin from Knotting Hook Crochet. So I pumped out a bunch of clams in the neon color. Just turn my light down a little bit. It's pretty bright. So I did this one. And then I did this one. So I really like how these ones turned out. Did that one. I don't know if she's even going to like these bright colors, but I think they're like really cute. And you probably can't see the sparkle on camera, but they're really, really, really cute. So I made 5 clams in the bright, bright colors. So then I wanted to make some more, and these ones I made out of cotton yarn. And these are the new colors that I got a couple weeks ago at Fisherman's Cove. So I did a purple variegated clam. I did all the insides with the white sparkle. And on this one I did a gray clam. So I did that one. And then I did a green shell with purple inside, and I did a beige clam. And I will pump out some more in the non-neon colors just in case she doesn't like those. And then those ones I will have for my markets. And then I did this one, kind of like a teal and green and white variegated with the white sparkle inside. And I did like a clam out of the neon colored yarn. So then I have this little clam here. So I got 8 clams done. So that's a good little chunk, but I do want to make some more. I just have a shopping bag off to the side, and I'm just going to chuck everything in there. Okay, so then I did 3 pattern tests this week. And the first one I did was, it's a little mini duck. And this is from Beth Sellers Ferguson on Instagram. So I will link her Instagram in the description below. And this is going to be a free pattern on Instagram. She's trying to get some more followers, so go give her a follow. So I made a little duck, and this one I did in Parfait Chunky. I believe I used 10mm safety eyes, and this orange yarn is the Premier Gumdrop. So I did a little duck in the Parfait Chunky. And then I wanted to do another one in the Bernat blanket. And I think I like the Bernat blanket. I think he looks a little bit better. So these are quick, cute little no-sew makes. You crochet the beak on afterwards. So little fast market makes if you're looking for some new small patterns. So go follow her on Instagram. The next pattern test that I did, I pattern tested for her before. Stacey from Stacey Makes on YouTube. Last week I tested Gordon the Gator. This week I'm testing Parker the Pig. And look at how cute he turned out. So I did him in Michael's Coral. And this is not very good quality yarn. I've been running into a lot of bad yarn lately. He's very similar to Gordon the Gator. But his little feet are different. He's got like 2 little hooves. I did a 5.5mm hook, and I did 20mm safety eyes. He was very easy to do. I had no problems with him. He sits very well. There's no toppling or leaning over. I think she's going to come out with like a bunch of different critters. So I'm looking forward to see what she does in the future with this little fella. So there's a comparison of the pig and the gator. So cute. And this didn't take that long to make. I didn't time myself, but I'll probably put I'm thinking $25 on these. I don't think I can get more than that for them. So thank you again, Stacey, for letting me test Parker the Pig. Very easy, quick pattern, no sew. So you can find Stacey on YouTube, Stacey Makes. On Instagram, she's appletree_Stacey Makes. And then on Etsy, she's Appletree Boutique. So, she might release this one early if the testers get finished early. But once the pattern goes live, I will link the actual pattern in the description. But just for now, I'll do her Instagram and just her Etsy shop. So there's Parker the Pig. He's adorable. I love him. So I got a lot of pricing to do. I haven't priced anything from like the last 3 videos. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. I'm not doing a market tomorrow because it's supposed to rain again. So, but next week, I think the 14th, it's not looking too bad, so maybe I will sign up next Sunday for a market. So then Robin from Knotting Hook Crochet, she messaged me asking me if I wanted to pattern test for her. I didn't even know she was making a new pattern. She just sent me the, emailed me the pattern and asked me if I would make it. So I made it this morning, and I think it turned out really cute. Now she, I believe, used Michael's yarn and a 5.5 millimeter hook. I used Perfect Chunky and a 4.5 millimeter hook. So mine turned out a little bit smaller than hers, but it's a little voodoo doll. So I added some long hair. I added a bunch of hair and then I tied it off, off to the side, so it's kind of like a ponytail. And then I added scars all over his body, and then I stitched on a little heart, and I added a button for his eye. So then my husband Dave, he's like, you should make, I got a hair in my mouth or something, just hold on a sec. Okay. So Dave's like, well, it's not a voodoo doll unless you have the little stakes that you throw in him, right? I'm like, that's true, but if I make little pins that go in him, I can't sell him to children. So this will be an adult only toy. I mean, I can make some without the pins and then kids can buy it, right? But so I made these cute little pins, and I have a lot of jewelry making supplies, so I just made these out of head pins and jewelry beads. So let's see if I can get it to focus. It's not going to focus. So I just took a head pin, I put on a bead and then a spacer and then another bead, and I could not find my crimping supplies to add a crimp bead, so I glued the beads on, so I don't think they're coming off. But anyway, so I made little voodoo stick pins. And look at how cute that is. I'll have to figure out how I'm going to package it. And I'm not sure what I would charge for this. My husband seems to think I can get $25 for it. I'm not so sure because it is pretty small. But I love the pins. I love how the pins turned out. Really, really cute. But if you don't have jewelry making supplies, you can just take some toothpicks, and I glued a wooden bead to the top of my toothpick, and then I just added a little dab of glitter glue to the tip of the bead. So you could paint these gray, you know. Most people do have toothpicks laying around, but there's another pin option for you. I actually went online and typed in voodoo pins, and there's some pretty cool, you could buy just the pins if you want, but I mean, because of the size of this, I didn't want to spend a lot of money on the pins, and I have a bunch of jewelry making supplies, so I made my own pins. And I think it turned out super cool. Super cool. You did a good job, Robin. There was nothing wrong with the pattern whatsoever. I didn't have to frog anything. And it really didn't take me that long to make. I didn't time it, but pretty straightforward. I don't know if my husband seems to think I can get 25. I don't think I can. But I don't know. I've never made a voodoo doll before, never sold a voodoo doll before, but I think it's adorable. You know what? Halloween, maybe. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if I should make more or not, or maybe I'll put a post on my Facebook page asking if there's a market for these before I make more. Like maybe I'll reach out to my customers and see what they say. But yeah, so this is Robin's new pattern. I think she's just asking a few people to test it for her. I don't think she's putting out a tester call. She probably asked Sue and a few other people, I'm sure. So I don't know when she'll have this released, but she'll probably talk about it in her video tomorrow. So we'll see. But that's my little voodoo doll. So my birthday was Monday, and I decided to treat myself to a new pattern bundle. And I follow her on Instagram, and I have for a while. And I applied to pattern test, but I didn't get picked, but I knew I wanted to purchase this. Now, you can buy the files separately, and some of them are bundled like in groups of 2 and 3, but I bought the 10 pack. So out of the 10 critters, I did 7. I did 7 out of the 10 critters. I didn't do the penguin because I have a penguin pattern that I like, and it hasn't sold yet, so I didn't want to make another penguin. I didn't do the koala bear because I have another koala, hasn't sold, so I didn't want to make another one. And then the other one I didn't do was a dragon, and I have a ton of dragons, so I didn't bother doing the dragon. So koala, penguin, and dragon are the only 3 out of the 10 pack that I did not do because I didn't think it was worth it for me. But this is, I don't know if I could pronounce it, Sphynx, Sphynx Crochet on Instagram and on Etsy. So I will link her Instagram and Etsy shop in the description below, but I bought the 10 pack. The first thing I made, and I think it's the cutest out of the 7 that I did, is the elephant, and I love it. It's so adorable. So there's the elephant. I timed myself. It took me about an hour to crochet all the parts. And then it took me like 26 minutes to assemble him. So he was about an hour and a half. So I think I'm going to charge $25 for these. They're so easy. The body is just basically an oval shape, and the body is the same on all of them. The only difference is the critter and the parts. I used Parfait Chunky on all of them. I did a 4.5 millimeter hook on all of them, and I did 25 millimeter safety eyes on all of them. So the elephant's the first one I did. I think it's my favorite. I love it. I did pink glitter eyes on her. She got a cute little tail. She got little hair accents. Not part of the 10 pack, it said in the pattern that if you wanted to do a mouse, you just sew the ears on differently and you don't have a trunk. And the mouse is almost exactly the same as the elephant. So there's another critter. So it's technically an 11 pack, right? But I did fog. I did this in fog. The first time I ever used fog from Perfect Chunky. And I love it. So I placed another yarn order the other day because I only have one white left. And I needed to order a few other colors. I ordered some Bernat blanket that I can't get here for some loaf cats and some other critters. But yeah, so I did an elephant, and this is my favorite out of all of them. So the next one I did was, my lips are so dry, I should have put some lip salon before I came down. The second one I did was this cute little panda bear. Again, these are so quick and easy, and I think that's why I gravitated toward this pack, is because I'm looking for quick and easy makes for markets that I can keep the cost down. So these eyes I actually made myself. Everything else I just use colored discs. But this one here, it's kind of like a gray-green glitter mix. And like pretty much the feet are all the same, the arms are all the same, the body is all the same. You're just switching up like your parts for your animals. So I made a panda bear. So the third one I did was, I had to do the bunny, because you know I love my bunnies. This one's really cute too. Now I changed up my bunny from her bunny. I will put a picture up of her bunny. The thing I didn't like about her bunny is she sewed the ears on really close together, and her ears were kind of really skinny. So I beefed up my ears a little bit. I did half double crochet instead of single crochet to make my ears a little bit wider. So there is my bunny. I love it. I did the gray pom-pom yarn, and then I just sewed on a pink nose. I did light green glitter safety eyes because there's green flecks throughout the whole bunny. Look at his little tail. So he was really cute. By this time I had the body part of the pattern memorized. So then I was like, well, what am I going to make during my live on Wednesday night? So I made all the parts for the bunny. I made the ears, the arms, the legs, the tail, and I set it aside. And then during my live, I worked on the body. And I think my live was an hour and a half long, so that's not bad at all for the size of this critter. So I made a brown bunny. And I did kind of like a blue-pink eyes on him. I did a bright pink nose on this one because there's bright pink in his eyes. But these are so easy. Sometimes you just need to buy new patterns to get your mojo going too, right? But she's got lots of different other patterns in her shop as well. I just really gravitated towards the bundle of these 10. And I may make the koala, penguin, or the dragon down the road, but I was just kind of running out of time to get any more done for this video. So that's why I did these ones. So the next one I did was the chicken, and there's the chicken. She sewed her nose on. It looks more like just a circle. And I didn't really like how that looked, so I pinched it a little bit and sewed it on so it was more flat. That's the only change I made to the chicken. This one was really easy. You crochet the tufts on later. I love how this one turned out. I kind of did copperize on this one. This one was very easy. Really mindless. These are mindless patterns. If you want something that you can pump out and not have to think too much, these patterns are for you. So after I made the chicken, I decided I wanted to make the rooster. And the only thing I changed on this one was I took a round off of the nose. Hers, she sews it on, same as the chicken. It's longer and she sews it on in the shape of a circle. I pinched it and I took a round off. And I think I like that better going forward. I think I like the smaller beak. But I could do this again and maybe figure out where to put 2 red bobble stitches, and then he can kind of have like that, I don't know, what are they called, waffle things? Those things that, you know, like the red, I don't know what they're called. Anyway, you know what I mean. But yeah, I think that would look cool too. But his comb, you just crochet 2 little pieces and then you crochet them together and then you sew that on, and I really like how that turned out. I love the rooster. I did red eyes on him, but I do like the smaller beak, and I think if I make another chicken, I might even take this nose off and redo it. I just think it looks better with the smaller nose. So I made a chicken and a rooster. And then the next thing I made was a cow. Now this one was a little more time consuming. I might put 28 on this one, just because there was color changes involved. And for some reason he turned out like a little bit taller than the other ones. So I think I had bad parfait chunky for the rooster and good parfait chunky for the cow, because the cow turned out quite a bit bigger than the rooster. Let me just see if I can show you. Like, look at the difference in size. Like, get with it, Premier. Get your good parfait chunky back. This one, he was more time consuming. He had the color changes. He has 2 horns, little tail. But he turned out really cute. I love it. I love the cow. So I might put 28 on this one just because he was a little bit more work. I don't think I'll do 30. I'll just do 28. Just a couple bucks more. But I love how this one turned out. And you could do like a Highland cow. This pattern would be so easy to modify if you wanted to do a cat, a dog. I think you could, you know, really branch out and make a bunch of things off of this body shape. And I think it would be really easy to do. So the last thing I made, I did the flamingo. Now, I will put a picture up of her flamingo. I did not like her legs at all. They just looked like legs with a ball hanging on the bottom of them. And I didn't like that. And I have all from Jade's Flamingo. And I liked how her legs look, and I like the look of Crochet Grove's flamingo legs. And I could kind of look at the picture and knew how to do it because All From Jade's Lobster has the same technique where you do the join and then continue on. So I did the 3 little bobble stitches on the feet, and I think it looks so much better. And that's the only thing I changed on the flamingo was I did not like those legs. I think these are so much cuter. This pink, I believe it was bubblegum. Not very good quality. Like when your yarn squeaks when you're using it, like it just drives me crazy. But I love the little flamingo. I think it turned out really cute. Of course it's hard to see, but these discs have pink and blue, so I used that. I did fog for the legs, black and white for his beak. This one was pretty quick and easy to do too, because you do the legs, set them aside, and then crochet them in later. But these legs look so much better. And I don't think I wouldn't have done the flamingo the way she had the legs. They just look like balls hanging on the end of, I don't know, I just didn't like it. But easy fix, easy fix. So that's what I got made this week. I treated myself to a bundle of 10 critters. Technically 11 if you do the mouse, which is the same pattern as the elephant. You just sew the ears on differently. So that's what I got done this week, which I think is pretty good. I'm not doing a market tomorrow. I might be doing one next week. I'm gonna keep an eye on the weather and see how it goes. But yeah, that's it. That's it. I love Robin's voodoo doll. Look at it. I love the pins. I love the pins. I don't know. I like them because they're not sharp. And I like that they're metal. Well, they're stainless steel head pins is what they are for jewelry making. But yeah, I don't know. I just think they look kind of fancy, a little fancy. But yeah, I probably will make a couple more, you know. I mean, I'm not going to do a lot of Halloween. I have Halloween left over from last year that was left over from the year before. The pumpkins didn't sell for me. I think the only thing I sold was some zombies and some boobies. That's it. So I'm not going to go crazy with the Halloween or Christmas. No. But I think these are fun. I think adults would like these. You know, I actually thought about giving my manager, co-workers, one of these to put in their office because they get frustrated at work with, you know, their boss. Oh, I think it'd be fun. Anyway, that's it. That's what I got for this week. So I don't know what I'm going to work on my live this Wednesday night. I usually don't figure that out until the morning of. So yeah, but yeah, I got a lot of pricing to do. Never priced anything from last week. But there's Gordon the Gator. This is from Stacey as well. So yeah, I got a lot of pricing to do. I got my s'more dinosaurs from last week. I got my roosters from last week. Yeah, I got a lot to do. So I better get off. I got to take some pictures. I got to make my thumbnail, and I got to get this video scheduled for tomorrow. So thank you everybody for watching, liking, subscribing. I really appreciate it. Robin from Knotting Hook Crochet and Crafty Sue 519. Sue uploaded a video of her and Robin. Robin went down to visit her and they did a Q&A, and I had so many chuckles. It was so much fun. So I will put their YouTube channels in the description below, so go check that video out. It's pretty good. So yeah, we'll see you next week, everybody. Have a great day. Bye.